calma, calma, molta calma, con calmissima. Okay? It's not the end of the world. That Milan yesterday lost 2-0 against Napoli. It's not the end of the world. I still believe that this season is going to be special, or at least it's going to be special compared to last year. You're like, that's an easy answer, right? Because last year we were shit. This year we are a little bit better, and but we need to see we need to be positive. We need to see, can we raise the bar, yes or not? Now, just a quick reminder, last season, by this time of the year, we just played the first match with Conceição, with Fonseca fired a few days back. And we all know how the season ended, 9th or 8th, losing the Coppa Italia against Bologna. Okay, so now we are literally 1 point below. We are second below Inter. Okay, so con calmissima. Better, still a lot to do. So let's talk about the match itself first, then we talk about the single players, and then we're going to talk about Milan Como played in Australia. In my opinion, it's pure wildness. Pure wildness. Pure wildness. Anyway, let's start from the match. Milan arrived to the match against Napoli without Leao, without Gabbia. Played Estupinian for Bartesaghi, played Yashari instead of Modric. That finally, we can see the match, really Yashari, in my opinion, played well. It's a solid, he must play more, he needs more time on the pitch. Absolutely, without any doubt, okay, but Allegri doesn't see in this way. Now, in my opinion, yesterday, who won the match was the team that wanted more to win, because Napoli is Campione d'Italia. Napoli suffered a big loss against us in San Siro back in September, and clearly they wanted to beat us, to send a message to themselves, to Milan team, and to the fans at home. Clearly, okay, they wanted bad. It's exactly their motivation was way higher than ours. Exactly what's happened with Lazio in Coppa Italia. Their motivation was much higher. And this is a problem for us, because now we start to be back on the top positions of the Campionato. The fans want always to win, but the team still, it's down here. The team, what has to understand is that now you need to raise the bar, because right now, in this moment, you don't have any more excuse. Even again next Sunday or 28th of December, when we play at home against Verona, there is not excuse for a freaking draw. I don't care it's a 12:30 match. I don't care we don't have, it's Verona, Gesù Cristo. It's Verona. It's not Barcelona. It's Verona at home with 8 days to rest. And Verona is going to be playing, I'm recording this video on Friday, 18. They literally have, no, I don't know what forget about the number. But anyway, the Friday before Christmas. So they have even more time, because Verona is going to be playing on this weekend in Serie A. So they literally have more time than Verona to prepare this match. The bonuses are over. There is no more the Coppa Italia. There is no more the SuperCoppa. There is no more draw against Sassuolo, Pisa, Parma, whatever you call it. No more excuse. No more. I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take a defeat against a big team, but I'll prefer to bring home 3 points against smaller team, because we need to step up. And this has to come from the player, but from the coach. And probably this week of break, it's gonna be perfect for us. Because in my opinion, what Milan did so far, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's hard to change the mentality of the team. It's hard. And there are some players, in my opinion, they don't... It's not that they don't deserve, because that's too big of a statement. But there are some players that probably they are not giving their 100% in the training, in the field, and so on. And of course, I'm talking about Nkunku, I'm talking about Santiago Jimenez, of course, I'm talking about Koni De Winter, I'm talking about who else? Stupinian. It's not that they are bad players, because remember that you won a Scudetto with Krunic. You won a Scudetto with Calabria. Okay, you won a Scudetto with this kind of player. So Nkunku, Koni De Winter, they are all good players, but they need to raise the bar for us. Now, if there is a chance to, in my opinion, to loan certain players, I will do it. Maybe not Koni De Winter, because anyway, yesterday he played one of the worst match. All the goals that are coming from him, all the goals. The first goal from Højlund, that he was not able to protect and cover and push Højlund away from our goal. The second goal, it's him against Højlund, and he didn't defend well. So he need to raise the bar as Nkunku, because it's so sad to see players like Rabiot and Modric that they are running like crazy for 90 plus minutes, and then you see Nkunku that is younger and he cannot deliver absolutely nothing. It's the attitude. You can even see the way he walks, that he's not fit. He's not there yet. And he's really one of the worst buying, in my opinion. So he needs to wake up. Everyone needs to raise. I think it's going to be crucial to have these 8 days of rest. For some reason, and I know it's not going to be easy to accept, but we all knew that Milan is not going to do a back-to-back victory of a Supercoppa. And in my opinion, as a Milanista from Milan, I say this: I rather lose to Napoli than arrive to the final and lose the final against Inter, so they can get an actual revenge against us from last season. Now, last season was glorious victory, because 3 goals in 40 minutes on the goals on the last minute against the Ingiocabili. It was pure adrenaline. I don't think we will ever experience something like this. So, in my opinion, losing against Napoli like this, it's okay. I accept it. But now it's going to be important to rest, because after that, we only have the Campionato. You literally have 1 match a week. You have to do best. What I expect from this team, I am already winning. We are already winning right now, because we did a step up from last season. Clearly a big, massive step up. I understand that there are a lot of people that wanted to do like Napoli did last season, that the year before they arrived 10th, and then with 1 match a week, they won the Scudetto. But they did something incredible. And in my opinion, and I stated here, Napoli last season didn't win the Scudetto. It's Inter that lost the Scudetto. Okay? Which is massive difference. Because if Pedro wasn't scoring the last penalty against Inter in San Siro, the Nerazzurri, minimum, they will win the Campionato. Minimum. Okay? Now, in my opinion, I have positive feedback for this Milan, and I'm positive generally because I see something different compared to last season. And that last season it was completely dreadful. That's why we do jersey like this, solo la maglia, right? Hoodies like this, solo la maglia, because they last season it was dreadful. This season we see finally a little bit more, and we will see how we go. We are just 1 point. We are second, so we are 1 point below Inter, and what I'm expecting, what I'm wishing, Babbo Natale o come si dice in inglese, Santa Claus. I mean, the bare minimum is the 4th spot, because anyway, in my opinion, we are still not a team as Inter and Napoli, but better than everyone else if we play as we know. Now, to talk about this, of course, we have to end up talking about Milan Perth in Como. And again, it's not something against the community of Milanistas that is in Australia, because of course there's going to be a lot of people going to watch Milan Como. But the problem here is that he's creating one case, is creating the first ever event to be played outside of the country. And that is going to be used in the future again, because they're going to say, it's already happened, we can do it again. And it's literally, they are doing what? This is the most American things I ever heard. The most American things to do is to bring a match, Milan Como, which is awesome match. The chance that the people, the holding season, the people that have the tickets season by season, they lost the chance to see one of the best match of in Serie A. In my opinion, it's not correct. And they're gonna start doing this, and they're gonna start traveling the world, because next year there's gonna be nothing, but of course there's gonna be Saudi Arabia offering 3 times the money to play Milan Inter in Riyadh. There's gonna be New York offering this and that to play Juventus Napoli in New York. It's gonna. I know that eventually, and this is something that comes from a person that it's from Milan. So, in my opinion, for people that maybe don't understand it because they are sitting at home, so it doesn't really matter where they are playing, because you watch the match, they can be playing in San Siro as they can play at the Chicago, as they can play in Rio de Janeiro. For you, it doesn't matter. But it matters for the people that actually bought the seasonal ticket. It removes a lot of revenue from the city of Milan, from San Siro itself. So I'm not a fan of this. And once again, traveling 24 hours to go to Perth for a freaking match, it's either make it very exclusive to some fan that they are able to travel that far, or I don't know, man. I'm not super happy about that. Anyway, guys. Anyway. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it, as I say, let's keep it positive. I'm sure that Milan needs, now with this break, is gonna rest. The team is gonna come together, and they're gonna truly do something special. I am extremely positive. It's already a better year than last year, than the previous previous season. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. Sempre forza al Milan. Ciao.